Hello, friends. We have aligned space and time to be with you once again in the Captain's Quadrant. Joining me, as always, my amazing and salacious co-host, Jason Roy Gaston. And we are not alone. We have a very special guest this week from the Promenade Merchants podcast, David Majors. How are you, David?
Hello, Joe. Thank you so much for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm well.
That's awesome. Awesome. And I introduced you guys before the show, so all the pleasantries have been had. So let us hop into the synopsis. And Jason, since you won the coin toss, you can read the synopsis. Is that cool?
There was a coin toss? Very well.
All right.
Bring it on.
There you go.
Boimler leads his first away mission on an alien megastructure.
Amazing. Well done. I even had the glasses.
I have to have the glasses. I may look amazing, but on the inside, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Like Vexilon. My
all?
operating system needs an upgrade, but unfortunately, it's just not funded anymore.
Yes.
Aren't we all?
All right. Yes, that's so true. I mean, look at me. I've got my glasses on. I tried to avoid it as long as I can, but time just said, hey, do you want to see and read the stuff for your show?
Oh, I was just talking about, like the leopard print glasses that I have. I don't care what anybody says. These are the best glasses I've ever had.
Those are keepers. They
are. They look so good on me. I mean, look at these.
Yeah, they actually really do. It fits you very well.
Yes.
We're not going to mention any names, but I've discovered internet glasses buying now. And
oh, yeah.
It's changed
That's
my
how
life.
I got these.
It's changed my life.
I don't know what that is, but I will be Googling that. I hope I remember to put the GL in there so I don't end up on the wrong website.
Exactly.
Nobody's judging.
No.
Nobody's judging.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, I judge myself enough as it is. It's fine.
All right. Well, let's hop into some lower decks. Let's get into our first look of the show into First Contact. Thanks. That's the level of class that we have here at the Captain's. Very classy.
It was well executed, well timed. I respect it.
We must always thank the good Jace from Australia. He made some wondrous things for us, and he is the man. All right, we're going to start with our guest this week for this particular section. What is your first view of this episode?
In the Cradle of Vexilon, my first view of this episode was I absolutely loved both the A plot and the B plot, where we see our boy Bradward Boimler leading an away mission. I loved that. It was so cool. And I also loved the B plot. And what I love so much with the bridge crew of the Cerritos, the senior staff, is that they are always going on these classic Star Trek adventures. In the past, you'll see things that are very reminiscent of the original series. You'll see things that are very reminiscent of Voyager, very reminiscent of DS9. And this episode with the Vexilon computer was really no different. So you really get the idea that this is very, very Star Trek. And I loved both the A plot and B plot in this episode.
Totally agree. I always felt that there was a little bit of a C plot this week too. But Jason, go ahead. Tell us your first contact.
I think this episode is a prime example of what makes Lower Deck so great. It's both a wonderful collection of characters who care about each other and who work well together and off of each other. It's about character growth. And more importantly, it's about riffing Star Trek playfully. I mean, come on. Rutherford went through the entire plot of Deep Space Nine's Move Along Home in 16 seconds, and it was spectacular. And I just loved it. It was awesome.
I totally concur. I was talking with our buddy Jason. He said the same thing. That was epic. I loved when he pushed the girl down. He's like, "All right, yeah, turn to that train." Got out of there.
Get out of the way.
Drinking the wine. Come on.
Yeah.
Speed run.
I love that Tandy was going through. She was the one going through the last of all the chips and scanning. And literally the last chip, she's like, "Well, it's got to be this one." Oh, there we go. I love the Halo planet idea. I thought that was incredible. I've seen that before in a game I played years ago. I don't remember the name of it, but it's
Legend of Zelda, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Was it Halo?
No,
No,
no, it wasn't it. No,
totally different. Totally different.
different. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I really enjoy that. I think it's such a great piece of sci-fi work. I think there was even like a Matt Damon movie or something like that where they did something similar. But
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. But I absolutely loved that setup. I think that's one of the coolest things in science fiction that you could ever see. And something that I think they're probably going to build in reality because, things are getting a little watery here on planet Earth because like 11 countries have gone completely underwater. It's been quite insane.
It's fine.
It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. Well, let's go into our very beloved pros and cons. No.
Oops.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
So big fingers.
We have to scan all the chips to make sure that none of them have gone bad, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. All right, Jason, your pros and cons for the episode.
Well, as I said, I really liked this episode. I think it was an example of the Lower Decks at its best. Strong characters. You enjoy watching riffing on Star Trek. All that are my pros. I really enjoyed everything on the Cerritos with Mariner and Tendi and Rutherford all together, which normally you don't see those three together very often.
Right.
And it's kind of a novelty to it all. The whole thing with Boimler down on the surface of the planet, I really enjoyed. However, to me, it was kind of a predictable lesson for Boimler because how many times do we have to see the whole "you have to trust your teammates" storyline? I just kind of wish I'd seen that played a little bit differently because it went exactly where it was supposed to go. Now, T'Lyn is an amazing addition to the cast. I enjoyed her very much. I'm with our friend Sean Ferrick every time that the Kazenti is on screen. I love it. I want more of Taylor, which is such a strange, ordinary name for a cat man. I don't know.
I mean, we
so
did have an
funny.
Andorian named Jennifer.
Yes, we did have an Andorian named Jennifer, and I'm pretty sure by the 24th century we probably have humans named Tagach. And,
this is my son. Tagach.
I named him after his Klingon godfather.
I'm waiting for the Tellarite named Phil.
Yes, there's one out there somewhere.
Yeah.
And finally, come on, we saw the Black Mountain. We saw the Great Koala.
Yes.
I have yet to record that scene and play it backwards to see what the koala said. I'm sure it's something mundane and silly, but I want to know what the koala said. And yeah, but I love it. I loved it. It was great.
Oh, awesome. You know what? As you mentioned that, I did not get the fact that the koala was probably talking backwards. And
I did catch that. I
Oh.
did catch that, and that is one of my pros. So I'll bring that up in a second.
All right. Well, then all to you, David.
First and foremost, I loved the dynamic between Boimler and T'Lyn. I think they are very fun together. I absolutely loved T'Lyn right from the beginning, right from when she showed up. And her being the Vulcan foil to Boimler with some real dry sarcasm, I thought was just absolutely exceptional. And then giving him that reassurance at the end that he could be a lieutenant and he could lead the crew, and he actually pulled it off. So the dynamic between Boimler and T'Lyn is something that I'm really, really high on. Number two, like I said, when Boimler went to the other side, if you have the closed captioning on, when he spoke to the koala, it actually says "speaking koala," and I just thought that was really, really funny.
I'm sure it'll be on Duolingo any moment now. It'll probably be, every other word is something about chlamydia and eucalyptus. I don't know.
Bring me some more eucalyptus, man. That's what he's saying. Devin, really quick in the comments, I want to say thank you. Yes, Elysium was the movie I was thinking of with the ring.
Elysium.
Yes. Cool. We're going to get to everybody in the comments during the Fire at Will section. But David, continue.
Another pro, just more Rutherford in general. I always feel like he needs to be fleshed out more of each of the main characters. I'm always looking forward to seeing more from him, and I'm glad we got that in this episode. And it's just always a pleasure to see him. I like his personality, I like his character. And one more time, the bridge crew, and specifically Captain Freeman, even though it didn't turn out so well for her, actually going into the computer and working on it. I thought that was actually pretty cool, because you've seen in the past with other captains how Captain Janeway was a science officer and she would really get her hands dirty with the scientific stuff. Seeing Captain Freeman going into the computer and doing her best was really, really cool.
I totally
It's like
agree.
watching my mom work on a computer.
Oh, you know what my mom's working? She's in the audience there. You know what my mom working on a computer is like? Joe, can you get Joe? So yeah. But I totally get that. That makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, do you have any cons?
I will say that one minor con that I did have was at the very end of the episode, where the lieutenant and Commander Ransom talked at the end about how they were kind of hazing the lower deckers after all. And hazing is not exactly the coolest thing in the world, but it was kind of in good fun, and it wasn't too harmful. Everyone turned out okay. Rutherford got a little spooked by that little chinchilla, but it all worked out okay.
I thought, you know what? For some reason, I thought that was a ferret. For whatever reason, I was like,
same thing.
Yeah. Oh,
Moopsie versus Lancelot. Who would win?
Oh,
Moopsie, no question.
Moopsie. Yeah, that's the answer. Moopsie.
Moopsie. We got a Moopsie in the comment section. Oh, Ernesto, our good buddy, helped me get to Las Vegas. We've got a cat.
You know, there's going to be a cat making an appearance.
Yeah,
the internet loves cats.
Yeah, they're great.
I got 3 of them like playing around my feet right now. So
the algorithm just fired up.
Yes, they
there
did.
We go. Yeah, cats.
The internet loves cats.
Oh, there we go. Yay! Meow.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It was Billups ferret. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Let me tell you, for me, the pros, all 3 to me, 3 plots were amazing. I really enjoyed Boimler's first chance at leadership. I thought it was a very fun, but yes, predictable setup. And I really enjoyed the chaos of the entire ring planet being destroyed, just about. I thought that set the stakes for something catastrophic to happen. And they basically said, hey, if you don't eject these pods the right way, we will have a catastrophic event. So they did set us up for a possible end of times there, and I thought that was done very well. I love the animation in it too. The volcano that comes up and like, oh look, there is the volcano. And
it is a mountain. Or
it is a
volcano.
Or a volcano.
It is a volcano. I laughed out loud at that line.
Yeah.
Vulcans can be funny.
Yeah.
Vulcans are hilarious.
Yeah, they are a hilarious species.
Yes, and they just like that that melodrama that they bring to it. Another big pro for me was I laughed very hard because I worked with a lot of artists in my time, but when the planetary folks showed the captain and the first officer, we've been all off. My art's not been that great. And he goes, yeah, I can see the issues here. And no, that's not our art. This is our great stuff. This is the art that didn't come out so well. And it was like the same. And
can I just say that I am absolutely loving Jack Ransom this season. I think he has been fantastic each episode, with dealing with Mariner and her trying to be as insubordinate as possible and him not taking the bait, him instilling confidence in Boimler that he can handle the promotion. And this episode, just having that moment with the art, I thought was just really, really funny. I think this whole season, Jack Ransom has really been tops.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get one of the better seasons of Trek for this whole season. I think we're gonna be shocked and awed by the time of this. The only
Well, we've already passed season 3 of Lower Decks, so it's bound to be great from here on out.
yeah, that's true. Season 3 curse, or the season 3 golden era. I don't know.
Right.
Growing
Yes.
the beard.
Growing the
Yes.
beard.
Which, if
Yeah.
you
that's
ask
the
me,
that's
Lower
the
Decks
trope
never
name.
had to grow the beard. It was great from the very beginning.
Mm. Mm-hmm. The only con that I had, and it's a very odd con, we didn't get to see the destruction ship come out this episode.
Yes, the
been running
the
amok.
whale ship, as
The
I'm calling
tiny,
it, or the butt bug ship, whatever we're calling it.
yeah, I think it was the butt bug ship. This probe or new species that's coming up and just absolutely obliterating all the aliens that we love and admire in Star Trek. They got the Klingons, they got the Romulans. I thought they were going to get like maybe the Ferengi, get the Breen or something, and it didn't even show up at all. And I'm like, well, you're building this plot, and you know, yes, the internet has taken to Moopsy and just forgotten about that alien species that's in the background.
So when it does come back,
yeah,
everybody will be like, "Oh my god!"
yeah, I guess.
What if the ship is full of moopsies?
Oh, is it like foreshadowing? This is a villain. This little
Yeah,
tiny
could be.
thing.
Maybe they're all coming to save Moopsy from the menage.
Maybe that would be. That's a good.
I still think
That-
it's the
that
I
would
still
be
think it's the
brilliant.
whale people who sent the
That
whale
would be
probe.
brilliant.
I really think its inclusion in the opening credits is foreshadowing. Either that or it's butt bugs.
Do you have any bold predictions, Dave? I think Jason's is really incredible. Having the Moopsy was like a foreshadowing of.
I love how you use the word incredible. It can either mean that's amazing or that's the dumbest thing ever. Either way,
No,
it's incredible.
It's amazing. I love it. It's incredible. It's great. Incredible's a great term for me.
I will say that if it is not Moopsy
Mhm.
and its species, it's going to be somebody brand new that we've never seen before.
Oh,
Because the Cerritos already dealt with the Packlids, so they're probably not coming back.
no.
So they're going to need a new kind of nemesis species to deal with. And I'm going to say that it's somebody brand new that we haven't seen before.
Wow, interesting. I would appreciate somebody brand new, but I would also appreciate like the Breen because I did the thing where, you know, the ship is kind of like going straight and it has like kind of like a face in its features. Well, I flipped it upside down and it has like these weird, this weird features that, you know, we don't know what the Breen look like under those masks, but the way
They
that
look
they're
like Moopsy.
Moopsy.
And it all comes full
And
circle.
now we have the full circle. Oh, so that's a baby Breen. So we basically, if you look at the ship, the way the Breen's heads are shaped, I feel it's slightly Breen-ish. So I think I'm going to go on a huge limb and probably be very wrong, but at least I'm giving a theory because I know I kind of go, hey, you know, I have a theory, but I'll tell you next week. So I will go out on a limb and say maybe it's a Breen related species because we haven't gotten the Breen since Deep Space Nine. Yes, Jason.
Since we're on the whole topic of weird predictions, I actually think I know who it is because I joke a lot about the butt bugs and the whale probe and everything, but I think I know who is on that ship, and I think that it's been staring us in the face for several seasons. It's Aghanim and Peanut Hamper.
Oh,
Because look at the shape of the ship. Does it not look like a big peanut hamper?
Oh, wow.
I didn't think of that.
I'm just saying, it's a possibility.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's
Okay,
an
no, you
interesting
can't have that mouse. Hold on. It's trying to take my mouse.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's what cats do.
You know?
Yeah. They're not supposed to take the electronic ones, though.
No, but my
They
cats
don't know the
aren't very
difference.
smart.
Yeah. So, oh man, that would be amazing. So, Agamis, maybe they did break out during the Picard. Well, no, this is before Picard.
Yeah, this is before. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they got out of Daystrom like somehow, and maybe that would make sense because they weren't even like around when they were going through the Daystrom. because you would have figured they would have come across Agnes and Peanut Hamper.
I was really kind of sad they didn't have that Easter egg. Just walk
Yeah.
by there and see Agamus back there.
And
Jeffrey Combs. Just call it Jeffrey Combs. It's
yeah, we'll have
Combs'
Jeffrey
body.
Combs, the Jeffrey Combs box.
The idea that Picard would have lower decks canon is just amazing.
Yeah.
Just such a contrast.
I'm assuming we're gonna get a quick change of Jason.
Yes. Bar. One moment.
All right. We do some wondrous things in the Captain's Quadrant. We just beam Jason out and beam Jason in. So if you're all wondering, Jason is now back. And
It was a site-to-site transport.
yeah.
I am back in HD and
Ooh,
surround
yay.
sound.
Oh, he sounds so good. It's like silk.
Yes. Silky, sexy voice is
Pristine,
coming up to you,
if you
in
will.
the most, I don't know, what do you call it? The best quality? I don't care.
Pristine.
The highest quality.
Whatever
highest
it's
fidelity.
called.
Yes.
Whatever it's called. Look, it's a cat.
Yay, cats. Woo.
Yay!
Algorithm.
Algorithm. I'm gonna put
Cats and Pete's. There you go.
Cats and feet.
Oh, cats,
Cats and
and
Pete's.
feet.
Oh,
Cats
my
and
goodness.
Cats, Pete's, and Beans.
There you go. I think it's time to go into all these wondrous things that happen and hit fire at will.
Fire at will.
All right. This is the fun section where we just have fun. We're talking about everything, and we're going to say hello to everybody really quick. Before we do, we're going to go Moopsie because it's fun. And of course, my mom wants one for Christmas.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Yes. I want my bones eaten.
Devin, so
Can we say that here?
yeah, we can
Yeah,
say-
it's fine. The algorithm loves that.
yeah, totally. Devin and Sarah, hello, good to see you both. And of course, we've got a wonderful Moopsie from our friend Ernesto Castagna. Good to see you. Safe Search is your friend.
Indeed.
Oh, absolutely.
And then our friend,
Incognito guy with the sunglasses and the trench coat. We
Yeah.
are pals.
we are pals. We got a nice comment from Aaron Sugar. Good to see you again, sir. I didn't like most of the Boimler plot, but I did like how it ended, both with reasoning for doing it all and him meeting the koala.
I have to agree. I one thing about Lower Decks is that none of these characters are incompetent. They are capable, they are smart, and I feel like they dumbed Boimler down for his episode and purposely made him dumb. And I don't like that. I like my Lower Deckers smart but green.
You're
I
not
think
the
that-
first person I've heard say that.
No.
Yeah.
But I like how they're smart people, and I don't think that they respected Boimler for his plot. And like I said, I've seen the whole you have to trust your subordinates plot over and over and over again.
Is it
And-
just me, or has Boimler been kind of stupid this whole season so far? It seems
It's
like
not
he's
just you.
no,
Okay.
it's very weird.
We're told he's capable, we're told he's smart, but we never really see it.
but he's flubbing up a lot.
Yeah, we did see it whenever he did finally trust his crew. We did see him, making all the good calls and giving all the good orders. I want to see it more often, though. I want to see a capable officer making novice mistakes hilariously,
Mm,
and not just a dummy.
I totally agree. Sarah Andrews, it was Billups Ferret, so it was
Yes.
a ferret.
Lancelot, because remember, Billups is from like a medieval world.
Oh, that's right.
Ah,
Yes. Is Murder Bean that black kitten adorable?
No, that was Demona. She Murder Bean has no tail. Demona has a tail. Murder
Demona,
Bean is
as in from Gargoyles.
yes,
Nice.
yes, that is Marina Sirtis's namesake over there.
Nice.
But yes,
And the Troy lives on.
yes, but Murder Bean is also a fatty, fat, and Demona is slim and mean.
Oh. We have another speculation from Devin. He says Moopsie versus the ship. that
Moopsie
Rogue-
wins.
Moopsie.
Moopsie wins.
Moopsie wins.
I don't know if the Cerritos has bones, but Moopsie would find it. And
Yeah, and-
if it can find bones in a carrot, it can find bones in the Cerritos.
that was also a great moment from last week. Aaron Sugar puts up his theory. I think the alliance of rogue AIs is
He's on board with the peanut hamper Agamus.
Yes,
duo.
he's on board
Oh,
with
wouldn't
your
it be
theory.
fun if Lore was there too for some reason?
Oh, that would work.
Yeah, why
Just have
not?
Brent Spiner show up as Lore for
I
no
would love
reason.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
that would be amazing. And I'm assuming he's talking about the Breen. They were in season 3 of Lower Decks. So
Were they?
I'll have to go
They
back.
were. Yes,
We'll have
they
to go back
were.
to that.
I'll have to go back.
No, they were because they were the ones that the Cerritos came across and the Texas class had to save them from.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
The whole-
Spot on. Ernesto, ferrets don't have bones. They have soft cartilage like snakes. So Moopsy would starve. Every time somebody puts up
I
Moopsy,
somehow doubt that zoological fact there. I think that's a little embellished.
It could be like a delicacy to Moopsy.
It could be. It'll slurp it up like a noodle, Ooh, cat snake.
oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Lancelot for the win from Ernesto, and then but I think he's always at it, and we're just seeing it now. Aaron Sugar. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not an ossified drink. And then we've got a hello from the Admiral.
Admiral Funnest Frontier. Hey.
Oh, what's up, dude? Good to see you, our good friend. And I have a theory. It could be the bunnies.
I hope it's not
aren't
bunnies.
just cute like everyone supposes. They've got those hoppy legs and twitchy little noses. And
I
what's
don't want to be a bunny, and I don't want to sing.
good eyesight for anyway?
Yeah, exactly. They've
But
got
it must
sharp,
be bunnies.
pointy teeth. I mean, look at the bones. No, one of the things. Oh, you got that, yeah.
Okay, you missed my Buffy reference though. So
No, yeah. I can't admit this, but I only watched the movie. I know. It's personally something I have to watch.
I will just say here live on the internet, I've never cared for anything by Mr. Whedon. Not a fan.
Wow.
And also,
don't leave. You're the co-host, man. You can't leave. You can't.
and
leave.
I told you so.
Justice League did suck though.
Yeah. That's true. Very true. Very true. All right. Well, there's a couple of things that I want to get into before we hop into something. And that is, yes, I know I haven't seen it. I'm sorry, Devin. But one of the Easter eggs that made me laugh and smile so hard was this one. The first
man
of Aaron Sherman.
Was Armin just not available?
Yeah, right? Like,
He would have been so funny.
it would have been funny if they kept like all of them.
Whoever they had to voice him did a great job. I'm not
Right.
knocking the guy at all. I'm just saying if Armin had been available, that would have been so great. Just hearing the Armin gift box cursing at people.
Yes.
And I also think it's awesome because we did what was the episode called? Haven.
Right.
On
we
the
did
Agony booth a couple of months ago. And we
Yeah.
brought up all the questions about the box that everybody else did. Like, what did they do with the box afterwards? Is the box alive?
Yes.
Now we know.
Incredible. I'm pretty sure the animators must have watched our episode.
They have to.
Oh, of course
you know
they
what?
have.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
I'm just saying, I got some ideas for some episodes.
Yeah,
They involve butt bugs, but let's talk. Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
We can call it the bunnist frontier. Who's got the bug in the bun?
Another thing that happened this week.
It's Tayshawn. Tayshawn or Kayshawn. I don't. Kayshawn. Yeah, because he doesn't do anything nowadays. Why is he even on the show?
Yeah. One of the things that happened this week was we got our second super short treks.
Yeah, we did.
What did you guys think of it?
I thought the first one was okay. And that's high praise. It was okay. This one was hysterical. I died during this one. I thought it was funny. There were 20,000 people on that ship that was exploded. Blooper.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Although putting Saru in the 31st century uniform in a 23rd century setting, inexcusable.
You mean this moment right
yes.
here? Yeah.
Yes. That was. I know that's an animation mistake, but come on, guys, really, come on. That was a bad mistake. That
And
was
of course,
embarrassing.
we're Star Trek fans. Of course, we're going to catch
Yeah.
something.
Oh, they're
like
not
that.
going to notice. We're going to notice. We saw the A on the Enterprise during Ephraim and Dot right before the ship blew up.
Oh,
We know whenever
Oh.
you screw up.
I didn't even notice. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I knew that. Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm going to notice though.
Yeah, I did like this. And this is, if you guys didn't see the short treks, this is an alert. Go back and check that out. That's
There be spoilers, everybody.
Yeah, even though we kind of let the cat out of the bag, I was supposed to do that earlier. But now, if you guys can figure out where I got that alert from, which ship, I will send you something, David, or audience.
Oh, I thought that was for me.
Anybody? It's
No,
all,
I don't know where it's from. I know where it's from, but I'm going to let them do it.
Oh, okay.
I would have gone with red alarm, red alarm, red alarm.
David,
I would have gone with something from Zora. No idea.
No idea. All right. So
won't even try.
Guys, if you can figure it out, comment below and I'll be in touch and I'll send you something. It'll be fun. One little thing that I loved from this episode is we got a really good shot of Michelle Yeoh's character. I absolutely love that.
Is that supposed to be Burnham in the background? It's hard to tell though.
Now,
I don't think it is, but she's got that weird haircut she had in the premiere episode, though.
Exactly.
Now, my good friend Giraffe over at Strange New Pod brought this up.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that it's possibly supposed to be Burnham, and yeah, they got the haircut, but they forgot something else that's very important.
Melatonin. Yeah.
They forgot the melanin, people.
Yeah, the melanin.
Okay, I see. I thought it was just the lighting. I don't know. Y'all have seen my eyes suck, so I don't know.
No, I think they
okay, if they forgot the melanin in Michael's skin, maybe that's a bigger blunder than Saru's uniform.
Possibly. Very possible.
Non-canon. Just keep saying that to yourselves, everybody.
You know that
it's
there is
non-canon.
You do know that there are Star Trek comics that were published either in the late 70s or early 80s, where due to a coloring mistake, they accidentally made Uhura a white blonde woman.
Oh wow! Was it Marvel ones?
I don't know. I saw those. I saw them on a website the other day. Like, yeah, you remember the time they made Uhura a white woman with blonde hair?
I wonder if Giraffe has those because she's the expert on all things Uhura.
I have to take a look because I have some of those Star Trek comics from the 70s, 80s. So to flip through, those are probably worth some money.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. Here we go. In case you're wondering, white Uhura.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Look at that. And folks, if you're listening to only the Gold Key Comics, if you're listening to only the podcast version, make sure you check us out and come back and watch us on YouTube so you can see all these nuggets of information and shock and awe of a blonde.
Oh, you know what else? This same issue? Black Sulu.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Just think this messed up.
That's just somebody who just didn't watch the show.
No, they totally didn't watch the show.
Non-canon.
Non-canon.
Yeah, but in case anybody's wondering, is that really Mr. Sulu? Yes, there's Spock calling him Mr. Sulu.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh, yes.
That's really bad.
That's so bad.
That's somebody's just like, what's a Star Trek? And you want me to draw it for how much money? Okay, fine.
Money.
No, I don't need to see pictures of the characters. Sulu, that's a black guy. Uhura, yeah, a white woman. It's Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. One other thing I was happy to hear because Ethan Peck has returned for Spock for these, and we got our buddy Bruce Horrick playing Hemmer again. So Hemmer lives in a way.
Yes, Hemmer will always live inside of our hearts.
That's right.
I also something from last week is that I was really surprised by how easily Ethan Peck filled in the role of Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, because I was like,
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. I think he has really taken the character of Spock and really made it his own.
He has, and
he's been
great.
fantastic.
Yeah,
we've been blessed by having 3 great Spocks.
Exactly. There's never a bad Spock.
It's the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, all three have been fantastic.
Or the logical trinity, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. The logic. This Trinity is logical.
That sounds like a show title.
We just need to have all their hands doing this and make them a three-pointed star.
Right. Make a big, good friendly star. And then
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Science Officer.
Done.
another
That's a religion I can get behind right there.
There we go.
Spockism.
Aaron Sugar actually.
Spockgasm.
Spockgasm. We got
Save it for the fan art.
Oh my god, Aaron.
Lieutenant Zulu.
Aaron.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Oh,
Give Aaron the prize.
Yeah. And then
give
of
him
course,
a prize. It'll help him when he's canceled.
Spock, and Speck.
Speck, yes. Didn't Pee Wee Herman have a dog named Speck in Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
I think so.
Speck. R.I.P.
Paul Rubens. That's right. We lost Paul.
He would have been great in a Star Trek episode. Could you
He
imagine that?
he
Him as a
would have been
Ferengi.
a great one-off alien antagonist.
He would have been awesome. He would have. Okay. Out of all the parts on Star Trek, I think he would have been great in The Most Toys, where Data is kidnapped and put on display. Could you imagine Paul Rubens in that role? Hey, welcome to my playhouse.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would have been amazing.
Oh man! And then Devin Corpus in the name of the Nimoy, the
Quinto and the pack. Amen.
Amen. The final thing I want to show from the short treks is the ship.
Beautiful.
I thought this was a very interesting take on the ship from this angle. It kind of looked like something from the Discovery first season, because they had those dark lines in the saucer section.
I like those. I like those dark lines though.
It looks
It
cool.
really good.
But it threw me off. I was like, it's 1701. It's the Enterprise.
It's very detailed.
Yeah,
it is.
I like that it shows the detail.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they'd made it a little less detailed though, just so it would fit in with the animated series aesthetic. But overall, I like it. I like the way that looks. And I also, I don't know if you've noticed, but the negative space in the pylon struts are now lit up.
Yes.
So again, animation error, but I kind of dig it.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Maybe not so much an error as it is an upgrade.
Oh, yeah. Look
Maybe
at that.
that's what the third season Strange New Worlds Enterprise will look like.
Maybe
Let's get it a little more closer to that Enterprise we know and love as we go on.
Yeah.
Cool? Yeah.
Favorite Enterprise in these iterations. Dave.
Oh, are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Oh, the
Enterprise from Discovery season 2.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the Connie refit in the movies. That one I think is the most perfect science fiction ship ever made.
Wow. Interesting.
But it's not my favorite bridge. I actually think the bridge sucks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the bridge in Discovery season 2 on the Enterprise. I love that bridge.
I liked it except for the corridor around it. I thought the corridor was weird. And when the Gene Roddenberry archive was operating, it's not operating now because they're upgrading it. You could walk through the bridge and go around that corridor. There was nothing in the corridor. It was literally just like a runner's tube around the bridge.
Oh, wow.
There was nothing there.
Oh my goodness, crazy.
Yeah.
And then Devin believes the best ship is the Enterprise A, which is kind of refit, right?
I like the bridges on the A. I like the one in the Final Frontier and the Undiscovered Country. The ones in the like the motion picture in the Wrath of Khan were just so plain and boring.
Yeah. It was weird. It was very weird.
Which is weird because that was the bridge that I grew up watching, was the movies, and now I just look at them and think it's so gray.
Can I throw one out there that's a little bit out of left field?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Recently, I've grown to really like the bridge of the Enterprise E.
Oh,
I like the bridge of the Enterprise. I like the bridge of the Enterprise E a lot. It's very, very modern sci-fi with a little touch of cyberpunk, and I kind of dig it.
Oh,
yeah, it's a respectable choice. Quite honestly, I like the bridge of the Enterprise G, but only if the lights are on. Because whenever the set, no, I'm serious. When the set is lit properly,
It's
the
great.
seats have this wonderful maroon tinge to them. The floor has got all these highlights that you never saw in the show, and it looks very nice. And I'm just
It's
thinking,
great.
why did they make it so dark?
Yeah.
I hope that when Legacy is greenlit, that they will fix that.
Yeah, they'll put some lights in there.
Yeah, make
Um,
the show more bright.
I love the Enterprise C bridge. I like I like the slow growth into what we know in the D. I like the lights on the base of the comms for the navigation. I thought that was a really cool touch. I like the flat base where everybody's basically working in the background, and then you have that railing so that when the ship blows up and the rockets come out, you have something to be knocked over. I really appreciated that. You don't like the sea. I can tell it in your face, Jace.
I'm not saying a word.
No, tell me.
No, I thought, and this is very unfair because I know it was TV budget and it was like a bridge they had for 1 week. I just thought it looked cheap. It was a cheap looking bridge. And I know that that's the point. It was supposed to be a cheap looking bridge, but it was a bridge of the Enterprise. They could have broke out the movie set and did something with that. But, you know, I can't complain too much. I know it was war. It wasn't war on the Enterprise C timeline, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's done.
It's over with.
It's done.
the haze in the distance. Aaron Sugar puts up another interesting point. I like the Enterprise B that was set to arrive on Tuesday.
Oh, yes, the capable captain. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Go ahead.
My favorite Enterprise bridge, though, out of all of them, and again, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but it's the Enterprise D bridge from Generations.
Okay.
I thought that it was just such a cool upgrade because to me, the D bridge had so much wasted space. So, they just had those walls that just had nothing on them. And then whenever the movie came out, all of a sudden those walls had consoles and it just looked more like the nerve center of a ship with 1,000 people on it. And there was more things going on. And I love the upgrades to the lighting and the patterns of like grading that was on the walls from the lights above. And I just thought it looked so nice.
Agreed.
Yeah, totally agree. And one of the things that I love about the Enterprise D from Generations was when they were in the astrometrics room. That looked
yes,
it did.
That was cool.
That was like literally having your own what do you call it? Planetarium in the ship.
Yes, a planetarium.
A planetarium.
My favorite thing about that, I went into the Generations movie blind. I had not seen any of the previews or anything. And whenever that captain's log comes up, says, "I've asked Data to join me in stellar cartography." We'd seen stellar cartography on the show before. It was just a room that had that big lighted ball in the middle.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh, wow, you're going to stellar cartography. And they go in there and it's this gigantic 3-star. I'm just like, whoa, was this in the other room?
Well, we never went in the big room. Let's go to the big room.
Well, I was too busy trying to romance that hot little scientist in lessons to go in that
Let's put that film budget to work.
Exactly. What predictions do we have for the next episode? You had given me all the titles, so I will look them up briefly, just so that we can get an understanding of what we could possibly get out of it.
What is the next episode in season 4?
It is something borrowed, something green.
Well, it's going to be a Tindy episode.
Yeah, that was obvious.
I don't know.
Something borrowed, something green.
I'm going to say Tindy gets kidnapped and by other Orions, and they're trying to marry her off so that they can have her title or something. The Mistress of the Winter Moon. No, I'm sorry, Mistress of the Winter Constellation. That's her official title. I have to get that right. I have to give it the proper respect.
There you go.
I'm going to say that it will be Tendi in some kind of arranged marriage that she doesn't want.
Wow.
Into like a pirate family, which is the last thing she wants to be in.
Yeah. Yes. And Aaron Sugar concurs. We've got Orion weddings.
Orion weddings have got to involve like swords and fist fights at some point or another.
Maybe we'll get
dancing.
Yeah, maybe we'll get a return of the Big Show. Remember, he was in
Yeah.
Orion.
Yeah.
He was, wasn't he? That was one of my favorite commentaries in the 4th season of Enterprise. Was whenever Big Show picks up T'Pol and holds her up and just does this, and I'm like, oh, that's what they've been doing with T'Pol for 4 seasons now. Is just look
Look at
Look!
Woman.
Look, woman, pretty woman, and this the look on her face was this, and I'm like, yep, that's Jolene Blaylock during those 4 seasons.
Oh my
Just-
God.
Doing the best she could.
Yeah. I rewatched that series recently, and yeah, that episode was like, I can't defend that one. But I did like where they were going with the Klingons. I thought that was really cool. Like, oh, we don't talk about it.
And I want to put in here that I'm not insulting Jolene Blaylock at all.
Not at all.
She was.
We're insulting
awesome.
Rick Berman.
Yes,
Yes.
we're insulting Pig Berman.
Oh,
Dick
you
Berman,
heard it.
if
You
will.
heard what I said. And you heard what he said. Both of us are accurate.
there you go. Aaron Sugar again. That was the single best casting decision of Enterprise.
Her and Connor Trenier.
Both
Both of them were
Yeah,
just
that'll do.
outstanding.
and Malcolm.
And whenever they decided to get those two together, I was like, yes, I'm on board with this.
Yeah, that was a very good time. It was a lot of fun. Do you guys have any other lower decks points or Easter eggs that you want to mention before we say adieu?
I did like how the reactors were the ones that Boimler was working on, how they were all NX-01 engines.
Oh,
That was something that I really enjoyed seeing.
that's a great Easter egg that I didn't-
and all of the Easter eggs inside of the anomaly room that they finally got access to. I think that we saw. I think we saw that. I think we saw Nomad was in there at one point. We saw Vulcan Lurpa, Klingon Batleth,
Mhm.
and of course, the Wadi game. I'm gonna say again, Rutherford speedrunning the Wadi game is the funniest thing that Lower Decks has done in forever. And it makes me wonder, do gamers speedrun the Wadi games? They have to.
Oh, absolutely.
And Rutherford has to
Absolutely.
be one of them.
Yeah,
But I don't know, the look of annoyance on his face when he first ended up in the game. I don't know if that was, I don't have time for this, or I hate this game. But he played it like a
Both.
champ. So I'm just thinking, yeah, he's a Wadi game speedrunner.
Yeah, I think it was like, I don't have time for this.
He's on Discord. It's called Move Along Home Really Damn Fast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This is a 30-minute show. We don't have time to screw around.
Yeah, exactly.
The
All
first
right.
time he speedrun it, every 10 seconds he'd go neat, and he'd go to the next room.
Mm.
Neat. The sad thing is nobody was there to witness this one because he probably set a record.
Yeah.
Oh, and the probe from the Inner Light was there as well. And I thought that was so great. That's what shoots the Betazoid gift basket in the face, and he goes, "Was that an entire life? Where's my wife?" They Galened him. Yeah, it was great.
Oh man, such good catches like
Yeah,
that.
it's just I love the deep cuts in this show. This show is meant for me. I just love it. They need to keep
absolutely.
making it.
This is a
keep
show that if you love when Star Trek loves Star Trek, you should love Lower Decks.
Absolutely. And if you don't love Star Trek when Star Trek loves Star Trek, you got no business being alive.
Get out.
Your life is empty and you just need to leave.
Well, on that note, please be sure to subscribe and give us a like. These things
Unless you don't love Star Trek when it loves Star Trek.
Yeah.
If you don't, then we don't want you here.
No. Please give us a like and subscribe.
And we don't want you either, Rick Berman.
Definitely not.
You Dax killing
Berman.
psychopath.
Sarah Andrews agrees. There was a lot of great Easter eggs.
Amazing
and
Easter
A
eggs.
super fast speed run. Absolutely. Well, that is going to do it for everyone here in the Captain's Quadrant. Unless, David, you want to have some last-minute thoughts and tell us about your pod real quick.
Just one more time, I'm really interested in what happens with Jack Ransom this season. And knowing Mike McMahon as well as we do, and knowing that he is super obsessed with the next generation, I would not be surprised that if somewhere in season 4 we have a Commander Jack Ransom turns down a promotion episode.
Oh, interesting.
How about we have an episode where he turns down a promotion, but Mariner talks him into taking it,
Oh,
saying, "You gave me confidence to take this promotion. Now I'm giving it back to you."
Oh,
That would be a good finale
That would be.
Hmm.
That would be amazing. But the sad thing is, for it to hold any weight, he would have to take the promotion and leave.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't want Jack to leave. I like
No.
Jack. I didn't like Jack before. I thought he was just a stereotypical character, but this season has changed my mind. I love Jack.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Wow. Deep cuts. Deep cuts. Well, I think that has made me flabbergasted, and I can't really say anything else. But David, tell us about your pod before we go.
First of all, Joe and Jason, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. If you haven't heard of me before, hi, I'm David. I host a podcast called The Promenade Merchants. I do this about every 2 weeks or so with my co-host and good friend Heather Kirby, where we talk about old business in Star Trek, new business in Star Trek, and upcoming business in Star Trek. And we're about to have our 75th episode, and we have a guest on about every 5 episodes or so. So stay tuned for that. Get us wherever you get your podcasts. The newest episode, episode 74, will be up very, very soon. By the time you hear this in your podcast feed, episode 74 of the Promenade Merges podcast will be out and in your feeds. So go ahead and check it out. Follow the podcast on the website formerly known as Twitter at PromTrekPod. And say hi.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Jason, tell them where they can find you if they
Check your closet right now.
There's a whole temporal thing going on. It's wild.
That breath on the back of your neck. Don't turn around. That's
It's me.
You can find
Or
me
do
on,
if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah, fine. I need the attention. Breathe on your neck. Black Sulu, is that you?
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Okay.
Now we're getting into Gene's vision.
Yeah.
So you will find me on TikTok, Twitter. I ain't calling it X. Sorry. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all kinds of Instagram. I'm all under the same username, Jason Roy Gaston. Although after the Black Sulu crack, I don't know why you'd want to.
Nah,
I would stay far away if I were you.
All right. And then you can find me at Captain Quadr for Captain's Quadrant on the whatever app, Twitter, you call it. And of course, Joe Dove CQ on that same Bird app. And of course, every Thursday here with Jason Roy Gaston in the Captain's Quadrant.
When I feel like it, yes.
Yeah. All the time, right? Yeah. And we have a lot of fun. David, thanks again for hanging out with us in the Captain's Quadrant. It was a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys next week. Live long and prosper. Woo-hoo.